thing is tilted. I gotta put it up this way. Hey y'all. It's leaning. Greetings, everyone. I have a beautiful view today. Yeah, I'm coming at you from Baltimore, Maryland. Hi, everyone. It's a beautiful day in Baltimore, Maryland, at the National Council on Family Relations Conference 2025. Woo! We are here today chanting, giving thanks for this day. For this is the day that righteousness has made. We're going to rejoice in this day because there's so much that has happened over the past days. I haven't been on live. We've been going through something really grieving, okay? And we're going to get started. Okay, let's get it on. Let me turn this way. I'm at the window. Okay, here we go. I think this is a lot better, but I don't see any light. Let me turn some light on. Okay, we have some light, a little bit of light. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We are here on the, this is Thursday. Happy Thursday. For some reason, the picture isn't coming out pretty good, but we are here and I'm thankful for this day, for this is the day that righteousness has made, and we're going to rejoice in this day, right? In all circumstances, we must be joyful. And in that joy, we have to find ourselves, not lose ourselves in the grief. So I am, oh, something's in my eye. We're going to get started with our verse of the day that just came into me. And we're going to get started with that verse of the day. Verse of the day. Where's my tea? Verse. Verse of the day. Verse. Verse of the day. Verse. Verse of the day. Okay, verse of the day. So let's get it going with the verse of the day. The verse of the day today is coming from a psalm. Yep, it is. It's coming from a psalm. And I've missed you all on this live. But it's coming from Psalm 95, verse 1 to 2. So I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what's righteousness, goodness, mercy, and love. So the Psalm 95, verse 1 to 2, our verse of the day, speaks of come. It says, come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before the Lord with thanksgiving and extol the Lord with music and song. It didn't say nothing about no turkey. Okay, so as we approach the holidays, okay, the American holidays specifically, it is, let me see if I can put this over some and get some light. Okay. And everyone is getting ready to spend money to, for the holidays. When they don't already have money. Poor people are the ones who spend the most and are the ones who are following the world the most and ending up paycheck to paycheck. So if we hold a paycheck and don't buy anything, boycott Thanksgiving, boycott Christmas, boycott New Year, boycott it. If you do that, if everybody does that, the place, economy, capitalism will crumble. Buy what you need to buy that is important for you and your family. So the verse of the day is coming from, as I mentioned, Psalm 95, verse 1 to 2. And I love that. Those of you just joining, I'm going to read it again. Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before the Lord with thanksgiving and extol him with music and song. So as I'm here at this family conference, as a family scientist, I study families. And I realize that it's important to come together as a family, especially when there is a death in the family, especially when there is, challenges happening in the family. It's important. And the session I went to, the opening session yesterday, was unbelievable. It made me cry because it shows the importance of coming together and what magic, what impact can happen when you do that. One family scientist studies Black men and boys and how they have been perceived as predators and criminals from the time they're born. They're criminal. This is the narrative that has been pushed around. And this researcher, this family scientist, pushed back on that narrative and found correlation, well, not correlation, but found evidence to support her thesis or her writing about Black men and boys and how there is a narrative. Now, we have to protect the Black woman. It's very important. The Black family is protected. It was not protected. So the Psalm today really lets us have a look into how we can come together to be more productive, okay, as individuals. So the Psalm today, 95 verse 1 to 2, gives us this foundation that kicks off our giving thanks this rise. So I ask, and I always, that the meditation of my heart and the words of my mouth are acceptable in the sight of what is righteous, what is good, kind, and loving, because we have not turned in the towel. In other words, we still have work to do. We still have work to do. So let's look at our word of the day. And the theme today is adventurous. So our word today, let's get into our word today. Okay, let's get to the word today. And you can see this beautiful view. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous view. Let's get to the word today. And our word today It's the word of the day. Is adventurous. It's the word is adventurous. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day today is adventurous. I'm on an adventure. Honestly. I'm on an adventure. Okay, you can see from my view. Thanks for liking the video. Thank you so much. You can see from my view that I'm on an adventure. And the word today is adventurous. Thanks for liking the video. Let's get into it, shall we? It's brought to us today by Deuteronomy. I heard somebody mention Deuteronomy. I think it was a pastor. I was in Wednesday night Bible study yesterday night. And the pastor mentioned that Deuteronomy. So Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. Be strong and bold. Have no fear or dread of them, because it is the Lord your God who goes with you. Your Lord your God will not fail you or forsake you. This is what the pastor mentioned yesterday in Bible study. Oh my goodness, this is what I heard when I took the position in Maryland. God got you wherever you go. Wherever you go, you're good. So I embrace that. So our word today is brought to us by Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. And Deuteronomy 31 speaks of the presence of God is with and within me. I am adventurous. Okay. When the world feels like a lonely or scary place, I may shrink from new experiences and exploration, afraid of the unknown, right? When I shift my perspective and see the world as a marvel, full of wonders and delight, right? I become more adventurous, eager to explore and learn. This simple shift changes how I show up in the world. Just about everyone feels fear or hesitation at one time or another. I don't judge myself for feeling this way. But, however, I am willing to push past that to stretch and grow. As I do, I become more and more adventurous, and life becomes increasingly interesting and fun. I am grateful for the presence of God within, my source of courage and strength. So the word today, adventurous, gives us this push into ourselves. Within us, there rests an abundance of love. Sometimes we want it from the outside. Like I felt that yesterday, like I wanted somebody to hold me. I was sad, where my family is grieving again. Another death has happened, and it's just wow. And now I have to support my children because they're the ones who will need that support in their grieving time now. So the word today, adventurous, we have to keep that going. And our verse today, Psalm 95, verse 1 to 2. And guess what? We are in the book of Corinthians for our Bible challenge. Yes, we've been missed some couple days. However, for November 20th, for today, we are in the book of First Corinthians. We just got into the book of First Corinthians on, when was it? On Tuesday, the 18th, right? And now today, yesterday was the 19th, problems of daily life. That happens. And then for today, the 20th of November, we have 1 Corinthians chapter 11 to 14. And what is that talking about? Let's kind of unpack that. So, what does that mean? Okay. I have to have my hot tea. And it's cold right now because it's cold in this room because I turned the AC down. But let's look at our Bible challenge. Okay, so our Bible challenge today, is coming from First Corinthians, and First Corinthians chapter 11 to 14. So if you read ahead to that, you will see the role of women, submission, the sanctity of communion, examination, the use of spiritual gifts in question, in love, and in church participation. So we have the statement that God's gift to you is often God's gift to others through you. So with that being said, oh, see, that's better. Okay. With that being said, we have to examine ourselves. So we have chapter 11 on covering the head in worship. When you are worshiping, women cover their hair. It speaks of that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man who prays or prophesies with his head covered dishonors his head. But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head. It is the same as having her head shaved. For if a woman does not cover her head, she might as well have her hair cut off. However, when it is a disgrace for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved, then she should cover her head. A man ought not to cover his head, since he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of man. So, some people may disagree. But when we look at the woman, it's written that neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. It is for this reason that a woman ought to have authority over her own head because of the angels. Nevertheless, in the Lord, woman is not independent of man, nor is man independent of woman. For as a woman came from man, so also man is born out of woman. But everything comes from God. Judge for yourselves. Is it proper for a woman to pray to God with her head uncovered? Okay. Does not the very nature of things teach you that if a man has long hair, it is a disgrace to him? But that if a woman has long hair, it is her glory. For long hair is given to her as a covering. When anyone wants to be contentious about this, we have no other practice, nor do the churches of God. So, First Corinthians is written in a time, and if we look at the author of First Corinthians, it is Paul, the apostle, that wrote First Corinthians. And the purpose of First Corinthians is to identify problems in the Corinthian church. There were some issues, right? To offer solutions and to teach believers how to live as Christians in a corrupt society. So the themes of First Corinthians is divisions, sexual immorality, freedom in Christ, worship, resurrection. Okay, that's the themes of First Corinthians. So as we go into today's Bible challenge reading, First Corinthians chapter 11 to 14, we see that correcting an abuse of the Lord's Supper, concerning righteous gifts. Oops, what is this? Righteous gifts. My phone just vibrated and I got a text message. Unity and diversity in the body. Love is indispensable. Love is patient. This is chapter 13. Everybody knows this one. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not boast. Love is not proud. Love does not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. Love keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. However, where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part, but when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked as a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became an adult, a man, a woman, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Here ends our Bible challenge today for November 20th. We're in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. And I love it. Good order, intelligibility in worship. So I love that. How are you physically giving yourself to goodness? Intellectually, right? We have intelligibility in worship. Emotionally and socially, are you gathering with others to give thanks? So, we have this time and we are out of time. So I am thankful that I got to come on today because I'm at a conference and it's sometimes hard to take that time to come on live. But I do thank you, everyone, for joining and for being part of this, because as you know, we are going through trials. So thanks for joining. Have a blessed day. Remember, stand in love. Don't fall in it. Have a blessed, wonderful day, everyone. Take good care.